Hi there, I'm Chris Kilby, a pastor in a pergola, and here is today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. And I want to talk to you today about some things to put down and some things to pick up. Let's see what Paul wrote to Timothy in verse 7. He said this: "Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather train yourself to be godly." So Paul gives Timothy there two things to put down, one thing to pick up. The first thing he wants him to put down, he describes as godless myths. Can I just say this? If what you believe is godless, then it is worthless. I.e., if it has no foundation in the truth of God whatsoever, it is utterly worthless. And in Paul's day, it was, the things that were godless were the encouragements to abstain from all sorts of gifts that God had given, which were good. In our day, I would say our godless myths are probably our kind of worldly individualism and our consumerism, that idea that we get our value from our possessions or our status or our income. They're the godless myths in our day. They're the idols. They're where we get our value from, and they are worthless. They are worthless because they are godless. They are godless. So that's the first thing to put down. Put down godless myths, those lies that the world tells you that you're not important, that your status is all derived from your salary or your house or your car or something. It's worthless, literally worthless. The second thing Paul wants Timothy to tell them to put down is old wives' tales, kind of sayings, superstitious beliefs, horoscopes, astrology, walking under ladders, all that kind of claptrap. He's basically saying you only do that because you're superstitious. And when you've got the truth, you don't need to be superstitious. And if you're a Christian today, you have the truth. So you don't need to carry on with these old wives' tales. You can believe the truth and be set free by it. So the two things he wants Timothy to teach him to put down: godless myths and old wives' tales. And the thing he wants them to tell him to pick up is training. He said, rather train yourself to be godly. Now, character is the way God works on you over long periods of time. But training is something you can do. Now, I'm not talking about you earning some merit before God for your efforts. What I'm saying is training is about discipline. If you want to train for a marathon, you have to increase gradually until you get the fitness level and the kind of strength to sustain a run like that. But it's the same with the Christian life. Train yourself to be godly involves starting small and building in disciplines and habits and routines that are helpful, that you can build on, and over a period of time, as you put in the effort for Jesus, you grow as a Christian. So, two things to put down: get rid of the godless myths and the lies the world tells you. Get rid of those old wives' tales, the superstitions. Instead, why don't you train yourself today to be godly? Just set aside a little bit of time and get yourself in training. My name's Chris Kilby. I'm a pastor in a pergola. And that was today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. And I shall see you next time.